Welcome to the Towing Life podcast, where the ditches are deep, the trucks are loaded, but the drivers are not. I'm your host, Tomanji, and as though this isn't a usual podcast, unfortunately, both Playing Guy and myself couldn't meet up to record a podcast together. So I have thrown together some clips over the last, I think one of the clips we got in here is from episode 57, 129, 140, 106, 141, 107. We got a bunch of stuff that has never been in a podcast before. Most of it's from intros, just as we're starting to warm up before we start recording. All about just random stuff from books and how our podcast is raw and uncut, and some funny stories and how COVID wasn't real. Yeah, just a bunch of random junk really that I've saved over the course of these episodes, and I put them together. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes. Fortunately, unfortunately, depends on how you enjoy it. I'm not sure. If you don't, wait till the next one. Hopefully, you'll enjoy that one better, but hopefully, this ties you over until then. So, hope you enjoy the collection, the assortment of junk I've been able to provide for you today. So don't hold too much judgment. This is never stuff that was going to make it to an actual podcast, but here we are in a little pickle. So I guess this is what you get. So enjoy.
Hey everyone, I'm Brad from Calgary.
This is Sean from Cambridge, Ontario.
I'm Terry from Cornwall, Ontario.
Hey, this is Larry from Pitt Meadows, British Columbia, and you're listening to the Towing Life podcast.
You ever get I get these like where your elbow sits on like the armrest or like the window?
And it goes numb.
No, I get like a little bump.
Oh,
Like a little I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. I'm barely a tow operator or something.
callus?
It almost feels like cysty,
Oh,
if that makes sense.
hmm.
It feels like a little hard cyst bump that hurts. And like so when you put pressure on it, you gotta like move how your arm is sitting on it.
Hmm.
Now I've been like prone to cysts and stuff in the past, and like I know my right elbow I really gotta watch because ever since I had that terrible golfing accident, um, my elbow's still been pretty tender, like the bone, like the tip of the elbow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get like these like little, I don't know, it's not really a pimple. I don't want to call it a pimple, but it's like a cyst or a little like bump, little calloused maybe. That's something's going on underneath. I don't know. Right on my elbows. Fuck,
Hmm.
sucks.
I know, like I would hold the steering wheel in a weird way with my wrist, and then my wrist would get really cramp up. Or I always have a tendency of sitting sideways in the seat. Ever since I drove that old GMC at the company we used to work at with
Zero
the
four
offset steering wheel.
of the offset steering wheel.
No, the 2015. In
Okay.
the 2015 GMCs and Chevys, the steering wheel isn't centered to the seat. It's off
Really?
centered. It's off centered like an inch and a half to the right. Because if you remember, there was a card holder slot on the left hand side.
Okay.
Anyways, so the steering wheel's closer to your right armrest. Well, now I've gotten used to that in every vehicle I've driven ever since. So I sit kind of sideways in my seat to get my arm up a little closer so I don't have to reach over as far,
Huh.
which
No,
means
I
I
didn't.
put a lot more weight on my elbow because I'm kind of shifted in my seat, which then will make my whole arm go numb. And then I'll have to like stop and like sit to the left.
I feel like these are 100% like symptoms of getting old. Like I got an elbow, I got a bum elbow every once in a while. You gotta like move so you're sitting funny. Do you sit on your wallet though? Is that part of the
No,
problem? No, okay.
never,
Yeah. I
never.
if you sit on a wallet, like game over. Like don't
Yeah.
sit on wallets.
I
I
did that
have
for like the first 2 or 3 years that I actually started carrying a wallet around with me in high school, and I stopped immediately after that.
oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean my wallet doesn't fold very well and it's not because of the money that's inside of it. So I definitely have to, like, all my work pants are cargo pants.
Mhm.
And that's for great reason, because I just keep it in my side pocket. These new cargo pants we have are awesome because they have a big pocket,
Hmm.
and then they have a little pocket in front.
Hmm.
And the little pocket works perfect for my case for my wireless earbuds.
Hmm.
Like, it just fits so snug in there. It won't fall out when you're in the ditch. It's beautiful. If my life was as easy to use as this product was, we would not be having to record first thing on a Saturday morning.
Your wife would be happier.
She's having dreams of a simpler time right now. Back before I was a tow truck operator. Actually, she doesn't remember those days.
No.
I do, and God, were they glorious.
Glorious, eh?
You believe I sold cars?
Hmm?
I was a car salesman.
Yeah, not a very good one.
I was a terrible car salesman.
Too honest and blunt.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I worked at a Toyota dealership, and we had this like Chevy Cobalt, and this lady comes in. I'd like to buy that car. No, you don't. It's a piece of shit.
Hmm.
Oh, so do you want to sell me a new car? No, not really. Just wanted to tell you this one was a piece of shit.
Go about your day.
Thanks for coming.
If you go over to the Chevy dealer across the street, they'll try to sell you this piece of shit.
Yeah,
Don't do
but
it.
I'm not. But I'm not that kind of liar.
Yeah.
I had my owner come to me and go, you know, your way with people. I'm like, yeah, it's not great sometimes. And he goes, no, but I see you trying and wording things in a different way to change that.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I do try. And he goes, and you still come across as a dickhead. And I'm like, it's just me. Like, I try.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
like,
our new operator was picking up someone on the side of the highway and put the medical concern member safety code in the call.
oh,
And
yeah.
he's still new, so he didn't know exactly what that was. So he
I
asked,
still don't know
"So
what
is
that
there anything wrong with you that I need to know about? Because I've got a code." Yeah, there's a code in the call saying that there's a safety concern or for some medical issues. And he was like, "No, I've been a member for 15 years. I've never been asked that."
Is there
So
something wrong with you that I need to be aware of?
yeah, so
Hold on. I think that should be a standard question we get to ask all of our customers.
so he ended up called back on his roadside and saying that my operator called him and that
Okay.
he scratched the driveway. No, I'll cut that right out. And
People.
scratched the driveway at the drop off and ripped his bumper and took out his oil pan.
Well, so the only valid point he had is that your driver.
Asked him what was wrong with him. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would like that to be a standard question on that we are, you know what I mean? Like, does the vehicle run? No. Okay. Are you mentally stable? Pardon?
Yeah.
I will in turn answer the same questions to the customer back if they want to ask me to make it even. The answer is always going to be no.
Yeah.
Are you mentally stable? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. You want to call back then? If not,
Any
let's
tow truck
go.
driver you get is not going to be mentally stable.
Yeah. Rough day.
Yeah.
Take a load off. We're here for therapy.
Yeah, therapy. Everyone in my household has COVID. But
COVID
me.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, well, mom and my girlfriend both tested positive for COVID, so
Did you not get the memo? COVID doesn't exist anymore.
I'd like to believe that because other than being extremely tired, I'm not sick and I sleep next to someone who has it. So, you know.
If COVID was real, I would have gotten it in Baltimore.
Well, it's got like a week-long incubation period, doesn't it? Isn't that what they
Okay,
said right off the
so I
bat?
might have COVID.
You might have COVID.
Okay, that's fair.
I have COVID because the girlfriend works in a germ factory.
Yeah, my wife used to do that before she came over to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that.
Yeah, well,
It grows
beards
just
don't
fine.
run in my family, unfortunately.
What does? Racism and political conservatorship?
Sure. Bowel cancer, too.
Ooh. Some would say
And very thin skin. I'm not sure what the medical term for it is, but very
some
thin
would say
skin.
bowel cancer might be the less insulting of those three things.
Eh, something along those lines, at least.
Jesus Christ. If we can't have fun once a week doing this and pick on each other, what would be the fun?
Any order you want to do this clusterfuck in?
No, but your Facebook post about the pictures has to
Yeah,
come
question from
before.
the interwebs.
Yeah, well, here, what I'll do is I'll actually move it under. I'll move it under here.
Mm-hmm.
Just that way, it's a lead into it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to bold it. I don't know why I did that. I'll actually italic it.
Makes sense.
I feel like a lot of that is going to take over most of the episode because anytime we get into damage claims and anytime we get into that kind of stuff, we ask more questions than we actually give answers for, which seems to perpetuate the.
Yeah.
I got a book. It's a great book.
What's the book say?
Open the Door to the Truth. It's a dude.
Is it a conspiracy theory book?
No,
How jet fuel doesn't burn hot enough to bring buildings down?
No, it is nothing of the sort. It was from a guy who actually had a seminar at the Baltimore Tow Show. What was his name again? Michael Porter. A very good speaker. And it's a very interesting book. It's kind of just about making yourself better. Put it that way. Not a better person, because if that was the case, I wouldn't read it because it doesn't apply to me. I'm already a good person. But how to, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's one of those corny, you would almost say, like, I would say corny, like, not self-help books, but like
How to
unlocking
understand yourself better?
like unlocking
Becoming
your
more
potential.
self-aware?
No, not even that. Just unlocking your potential kind of things. Which I would normally deem and laugh at, but I made it about a third of the way through the book, and I'd actually like to have him. I met him at Baltimore and talked to him about having him on the show. He's been on with our buddies Jeff and Brad. So I figured I would read up on the book. I got about a third of the way through.
You know, they also have therapy for that kind of shit too, right?
No, it's not about trying to be a better person. I'm already a good person.
Uh-huh.
I am caring, understanding, empathetic.
Barely. Those are all far stretches.
Anyways,
there's your exercise for the day.
What's that?
They're stretching the truth, jumping to conclusions.
No, I'm all of those things. But the one thing I realized is that most people in any industry do not become better or do not grow by watching TikTok and YouTube. They do it by reading and actually taking time out of their day to focus on something specifically. So it's something I've been trying to do through reading a book. The only other book that I have read has been The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And
did you make it all the way through that book?
Yes.
Obviously, you gave enough of a fuck to read the book.
Yep. And Anne Frank's Diary. I really liked that book in school. Yeah. I really enjoyed that book.
And what's his name's book? We had him on the show. Or we didn't actually have him on the show.
Oh, Hookers and Blows Save Christmas. I did read that whole book.
Yeah, you did read that whole book, but that's pretty much a picture book. No, I own the book too. You own the book. You had him on the Plane Guys show.
Aiden Cole's Life in the Fast Lane.
Yeah, that book. You read that one too.
I did read that book. You're right. I don't know where my copy of that book went. I need a bookshelf for all my 2 books. It's gonna be a very small shelf.
Hookers and Blow takes up most of the shelf.
It would be like no, it would be like 4 foot long of all the Tow Canada magazines that I have, followed by Hookers and Blow, Save Christmas, opening the door to the truth, and The Life in the Fast Lane. That's like my 3 books. I have
Well, you
like,
got me beat. I've got A Day in the Life on Just a Few Acres Farm, which is
is that about how to start your cult?
Well, it actually kind of sort of is. It's got a lot of philosophy in it and like good ways of living your life and how to like run a small farm.
Yeah, and
And
how
then
to
I've
like
got Life in the
convince
Fast Lane.
people that you're like the Lord and that you should like breed with their wives. Like, is that part of it or?
Anywho, welcome to the Towing Life podcast, where the ditches are deep, the trucks are loaded, but the drivers are not. You got the button, buddy.
I got the button. It's the button.
I'll let you have the privilege of clicking the record button.
The clicking honors.
The clicking honors of episode 141.
Take 72.
Imagine if we actually did multiple takes. I don't even know if we ever did re-record a podcast.
No, it is as raw and it is what it is. You get what you get. What we say cannot come back. The only thing that we can do is cut things out if they don't work. But to say we have gone and went, oh, well, that didn't work, or oh, this, let's re-record. Nope. Negative.
I think we re-recorded a section here or there. Probably
Really?
because of my bad internet.
Maybe. But even that, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We're one take specialists.
Yeah. Because it's never as good the second time.
I recently had that where we changed our voicemails at work. And one of the words that my general manager was very wanted in for whatever reason is alternatively. Now, alternatively is not a hard word to say, but you do need to focus when you say it. And the problem is when it's halfway through your recording, you have to, it's think about as you're saying it and then make sure you're prepped in your head for your next lines. And I one-taked it. I'm not going to lie. I did it in one take. And I sat there and I listened to him re-record and re-record and re-record. No, okay. Hit 7 to re-record. 7. I'll turn him to 7 to re-record. I'll tell him 7 to re-record. And I'm like, what made you want to have that word? He's like, what's another word for it? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have the patience, but watch this. Alternatively, if you'd like to be forwarded to my cell phone. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
No, simple words for me, my friend.
This is Towman G. Leave message.
Yeah.
You're like Bobby from is it Waterboy? Yeah, I'd be Waterboy. You're like Bobby from Waterboy.
Why use many word when few word do trick?
Mama said
that's an Office reference if you didn't get it.
Nope. Okay. Mama says that Towman G better hurry up and get this recording done so she can watch her soaps.
Okay, mommy.
Sorry, I was fixing something, trying to keep it out of camera range. I did a poor job of that.
It just looked like you're holding the bar of soap after you said you wanted to watch your soaps.
Can't drop the soap if I bring it with me everywhere. My God, it's nice that you finally have like connectivity.
Illinois fire station in Darren, Illinois.
Illinois
is where the
wait, you call it Illinois?
Isn't that what it's called? Illinois.
What?
Then why is there a fucking S in it?
It's silent. It's S.
Well, you put an S in there to make it plural, so wouldn't it be Illinois?
No, you don't put an S to make everything plural. Words end in S's that aren't plural. Now I got to think of a word that ends in S that isn't plural. I didn't think this one through. That
blind.
is fair. God, what?
That's what they say is when you argue with an idiot, they'll just break you down and bring you down to your level, and then they'll beat you with experience.
All of the news isn't plural. Physics isn't plural.
You had to Google it.
I am Googling it. I am absolutely. I had to Google that one. Yeah. And like some of the references it gives, maybe I'm just reading this too quick. Like gas, dress, right? Class, fuss, all that stuff ends in S and isn't plural. Illinois is one of those.
Mm.
It's not Illinois.
Illinois? So
Yes.
it's just Illinois.
Just Illinois.
Okay.
Man.
Illinois.
Is there any other states you can't pronounce that would be fun?
I don't know. Memphis? No, I got that one.
Yeah.
Memphis isn't a
First
state,
of all,
that's a
Memphis is
city.
a state. It's What state is Memphis in?
Pretty sure it's in Nashville.
Nashville's
Tennessee.
not a state. There you go.
Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Geography isn't my strong suit, okay? Especially in the country that I don't live in.
Memphis is in Nashville. No, it's in Tennessee, and I don't even know if those two are close to each other.
Well, they're in the same state, so they're close enough.
Okay, Ottawa and Thunder Bay are in the same state, and they're not very close.
Well, Canada's bigger than America.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like square footage?
We're the second largest country in the world.
Okay, well, it's not much bigger.
Beaten only by Russia.
Okay, but it's not much bigger.
Yeah, but we also have a lot fewer states are a lot smaller on average than provinces.
Like we're 3.8 million square miles. They're 3.7, almost 3.8. Like we're like 55,000 square miles bigger than the US.
Yes, but we have 9 provinces and territories, I think. 9? 12? I don't know. And they have like 50 in the continental United States. Or 49.
What do you think the continental United States means compared to just saying the United States? I want to hear this.
Well, it means the actual landmass because they got Alaska, which is part of the United States, but it's not connected directly.
Okay.
And like Hawaii, it's an island. It's not connected directly.
Okay. Got you. There's 49 states, including Alaska, excluding Hawaii, located in the continent of North America and the District of Columbia. I think Alaska still counts because it's still land attached. It's just not land attached to the U.S.
Yeah.
But Hawaii, yes, would be another one that would not be attached.
I got a peacock that's in my windowsill, pecking at the glass.
Nice.
And it's getting the dog going on, like grumbling. She's like staring at the window.
Does the dog not like the peacocks?
She just doesn't know what's making the noise, which makes her very upset.
Yeah, there's something tapping on the window.
Yeah.
Seriously, I brought my dog to your place one time, and my dog definitely wanted to chase the peacocks.
Yes. The peacocks are colorful, and they look tasty.
Yeah, well, my dog just has a pure, like, focus on animal. Squirrels, chipmunks.
Oh, it moves.
Surprisingly, doesn't care about birds, like small birds, like crows, and that won't bug them. Even geese. Hasn't really messed with geese.
See, geese are the things that they should be messing with. Kill those suckers.
I'd be afraid if my dog started messing with cobra chickens.
Yeah.
Like my dog is tough, but geese are tough. Geese scare me.
Yeah, they got the honk. All right, we good to start?
Canadian cobra chickens.